The First Indo-Pak War 1947–1948, a battle for Kashmir and the soul of two nations. Ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, afternoon, evening to you all. Today, I stand before you to talk about a conflict that not only shaped the destinies of two nations, but also gave birth to one of the most complex geopolitical disputes of modern times, the First Indo-Pak War of 1947–1948, also known as the First Kashmir War. This was not just a battle over territory, it was a battle of ideologies, of unresolved divisions from the partition, and of the strategic importance of a region that lies at the heart of South Asia, Kashmir. To understand this war, we must first go back to the partition of British India in August 1947. This partition gave birth to two nations, India and Pakistan. According to the Indian Independence Act, princely states had the freedom to join either of the two countries or remain independent. Among the princely states was Jammu and Kashmir, ruled by Maharaja Hari Singh, a Hindu monarch ruling over a majority Muslim population. Initially, he chose to remain independent, a decision that neither India nor Pakistan welcomed, given Kashmir's strategic and symbolic significance. However, the situation escalated when, in October 1947, tribal militias from Pakistan's northwest frontier province, supported by the Pakistan Army, invaded Kashmir with the goal of capturing it by force. On the 22nd of October 1947, thousands of armed tribal fighters crossed into Kashmir. They looted, burned, and killed in towns like Baramulla and Muzaffarabad. The invasion created chaos and panic. The Maharaja, unable to defend his state, turned to India for military assistance. India agreed, but on one condition: Kashmir must formally accede to India. On the 26th of October 1947, Maharaja Hari Singh signed the instrument of accession, legally making Jammu and Kashmir a part of India. The very next day, Indian troops were airlifted to Srinagar, marking the beginning of the first war between India and Pakistan. From late October 1947 to the end of 1948, fierce battles were fought across the rugged terrains of Kashmir. The Indian Army, though initially unprepared, responded swiftly and decisively, recapturing large portions of territory. Major battles occurred in Uri, Baramulla, Poonch, and Leh. The Indian forces successfully defended Srinagar and pushed the invaders back. Meanwhile, the Pakistan Army increasingly became involved, though Pakistan did not officially acknowledge this at the time. Guerrilla tactics, harsh weather, and mountainous terrain made the war extremely challenging. In January 1948, India took the matter to the United Nations, accusing Pakistan of aggression. The UN called for a ceasefire and proposed a plebiscite, but only after Pakistan withdrew its troops, which it never fully did. On the 1st of January 1949, a UN-mediated ceasefire came into effect. By then, Pakistan had control over one-third of Kashmir, now known as Azad Jammu and Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan, while the remaining two-thirds, including the Kashmir Valley, remained with India. This ceasefire established the line of control (LOC), which still serves as the de facto border between Indian and Pakistani-administered Kashmir. The war officially ended, but the Kashmir conflict was far from over. The proposed plebiscite was never conducted, largely because of disagreements over preconditions, particularly Pakistan's refusal to demilitarize the region first. The First Kashmir War had deep and lasting consequences. It sowed seeds of mistrust and hostility between India and Pakistan. It internationalized the Kashmir dispute. It set the precedent for future wars, in 1965, 1971, and 1999. It created a permanent flashpoint in South Asia, leading to a prolonged arms race, including the development of nuclear weapons. Most importantly, it left the people of Kashmir caught in a conflict not of their making, divided by a line, controlled by two nations, and yearning for. History is not just about battles and borders. It is about people, the lives lost, the homes destroyed, the generations born into uncertainty. The First Kashmir War reminds us how quickly political ambition and fear can ignite conflict, and how difficult it is to put that fire out once it spreads. It also reminds us of the importance of diplomacy, dialogue, and understanding in preventing such conflicts in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of the First Indo-Pak War is not just a chapter in the history of South Asia. It is a cautionary tale for the world. A story of how the legacies of colonialism, religion, power, and geopolitics combine to ignite a fire that still burns. May we learn from history not to repeat its mistakes, but to shape a more peaceful and just future for all. Thank you.